What's good, y'all, man? We back with a video. A little new, but I'm gonna just go ahead and start it off like this, bro. Shit, I'll just go live with it. Ain't about that. Ain't got to edit it and all that. We're gonna try the live format, bro. Straight up, the Chicago Bears need to fire everybody. Luke Getsy, Matty Eberflus, Ryan Poles are all terrible at their jobs. No way around it. No way around it. I ain't about to even cap to you. Justin Fields has no chance with this staff. It's so bad it looks intentional. They don't want him. The Bears literally did the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do to build around the quarterback. Instead of an offensive coach, they get a defensive old school coach. Instead of an experienced play caller, they get a rookie play caller that was Aaron Rodgers' water boy. Fourth man in the pecking order in Green Bay that has no experience calling plays, and he looks terrible. Luke Getsy's awful. Instead of an experienced GM like Rick Smith that took the Texans and made them a contender. Bruh. Instead of Rick Smith, we go and get Ryan Poles, a dude that was like the assistant of player personnel on the Chiefs for like 8 months. And he's young and stupid. Ryan Poles then hires Matt Eberflus because he said Eberflus just had that it. He just had it. He just knew it, and he just felt something. Dude, Ryan Poles is young, impulsive, overly aggressive. I mean, bro, you say head coach isn't the issue. Head coach is the issue because you're saying if Luke Getsy looks lost, the coach chose Luke Getsy. So it is his fault. This is the problem with defensive head coaches, bro. And about Ryan Poles, bro. Okay, so they said Rick Smith, he wanted a lot of money because he's experienced and good at his job. When Rick Smith left, he was a top 5 GM in the NFL. Even to this day, he's still beloved by the NFL community. The Bears were cheap. That's what I heard. They were cheap. They didn't want to pay Rick Smith. So they went with the cheap young option in Poles. And Poles showing he can hit. Poles can't hit on anything. Poles, every pick he's made looks bad right now. Brisker's the only one that looks kind of good. Velus Jones looks trash. Rick Smith's wife died years ago already. I live in Houston. Rick Smith's wife had already died, my man. That's why he stepped down from the Texans in 2017, 2018. Rick Smith was trying to get back into the league. His wife died years ago of cancer, sadly. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Rick Smith was there. We needed somebody with experience, bro. We needed somebody with the experience, family. Poles wasn't that. Poles then goes and gets Eberflus, who was the defensive coordinator for the 17th ranked defense. The Colts had a playoff berth on the line, and his defense couldn't stop the Jaguars last year. Yeah, we went and got him. That old school defensive head coach, that is over with, bro. Ron Rivera, look at the Commanders. I look at the fan base a little bit. They hate him. He's about to get fired. All these old school dinosaur defensive head coaches, they're gone, bro. They're over with. You don't get defensive head coaches anymore. Even Belichick, now that Brady's gone, how's his team looking? Yeah, the defense is okay, but even then, the defense couldn't stop Daniel Jones on a bootleg for half the game. Eberflus hired Getsy. And you know the craziest part? Ryan Poles gave us that BS. Oh, he has the hits principles and loafs and all that BS. Bro, you know the real reason why Ryan Poles hired Eberflus? They got the same agent. Ryan Poles and Eberflus has the same agent. And guess what? Eberflus, Poles, and Getsy all have the same agent. It's not, they didn't even get the best people. They just got people that had connections. It wasn't even about the best people. It wasn't about getting somebody for Justin Fields. We could have freaking had Doug Peterson, Brian Daboll. I personally wanted Byron Leftwich because how the Bucks push the ball down the field off play action, good run game, and they're trying to be aggressive. That fits Justin Fields. Nope. We get a defensive head coach who had a 17th ranked defense that nobody else wanted but the Jags. Because you see the Jaguars, they got Doug Peterson. Trevor Lawrence, well, today he wasn't looking good, but he's improving. You see improvements in him. Doug Peterson is a great head coach. They said they overspent for Christian Kirk. If you look at their production, Christian Kirk is a top 12 receiver right now. He's living up to the money. The Jags are going to be a good team. They're going in the right direction. The Bears are not. Bro, my man, we could have had Leftwich. And Leftwich, think about it. Leftwich had 3-4 years of a top 3 offense. Before they had Brady, he had the number 3 ranked offense with Jameis. They said, oh, he threw a lot of picks. Well, Jameis always had that problem. But Jameis had 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns that season, 3rd ranked offense. He gets Brady. Brady in 2019 looked awful. He gets Brady, and Brady now looks like an MVP candidate. Last year, Brady at 44 threw for 5,400 yards, 40 touchdowns. Bro, Leftwich was right there. He got screwed out the job. I'm happy you said that. He had the job in Jacksonville. He didn't want to be under Balky. Cool. Well, damn, the Bears could have got him. And you know what's crazy? Bruce Arians had an interview. Bruce Arians had an interview on ESPN and said, what are the best young quarterbacks? He said Lamar, Allen, Herbert, Mahomes, Burrow. Guess who else he said? He said Justin Fields. Because guess what? Bruce Arians, he would love Justin Fields. That's the kind of quarterback Bruce Arians always wanted. A mobile, young quarterback, big arm, that's accurate down the field. Yeah, black coaches get screwed all the time, bro. Bieniemy should have a job. Leftwich should have a job. There's no excuse Leftwich is not a coach right now. All these offensive gurus, all these white offensive gurus, bro. How come you ain't getting a guy with he's a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator. Top 3 offense, multiple years. He doesn't have a job because you know what they said? We don't know if he's going to be able to get a good staff. Well, Eberflus guy Getsy, he interviewed people. He didn't have a good staff. I believe fully in Fields, but the Bears have given him nothing. Nothing. That's why I say Ryan Poles. Velus Jones looks bad. He don't see no explosiveness, no quickness. He's 25, injury prone already. He fumbled the punt today. Then who else? Kyler Gordon, he doesn't look good at all. The O-line is trash. The receivers are trash beside Mooney. Cole Kmet is trash. His head coach hired, trash. The defense doesn't look good. They get no pass rush. Poles passed on George Pickens for freaking Kyler Gordon. We passed on more talent for Velus Jones. He already to a bad point. He got a second for Khalil Mack. You could have got a first for him. I don't believe in his staff. I don't believe in anything about the hires. I said it before the season started when I saw who was hired. I don't believe Velus Jones did nothing today. He fumbled the punt. I didn't see him look explosive. He didn't look quick or fast or twitchy to me. He looked like a wasted pick. I mean, you could have. I'd rather Baxton Jones. I mean, he was straight. I got to go back and watch the film. I really was kind of disgusted with the whole game. I'll go back and rewatch Baxton more closely before I make a judgment on him. because, bro, like we could have had George Pickens. That would have been a good start. That would have showed me Poles cares about Fields. George Pickens. You know who else we could have got it in the third round? Because Komet has never showed me anything. Cole Komet is not good to me. We could have had Jeremy Ruckert, the Ohio State tight end Justin Fields played with. We could have had him in the third round. We could have had Mooney, Pickens, Jeremy Ruckert, a tight end Fields is comfortable with, a receiver that has a lot of talent, and Mooney who has talent. That's how you rebuild. That shows me you get it. You did none of those things. You didn't rebuild the O-line. The O-line was better last year. Matt Nagy was a better play caller than Getsy, and we hated Matt Nagy. You know what's crazy? By the time game 4 rolled around for Justin Fields, freaking Matt Nagy had him throwing at least 27 times a game. Getsy can't do that. By the time the Pittsburgh game rolled around, game 6 for Fields, Matt Nagy was dialing up for Justin Fields. He was calling a good game for Justin Fields. Matt Nagy wasn't a positive, but it doesn't look like he was that much of a negative either. Our receivers had no separation last year. That was the main thing, and he wasn't good either. But it wasn't as bad. Getsy doesn't know what he's doing. Not even just playing scared. He's in over his head. Luke Getsy, think about it. The Packers had a Hall of Fame quarterback, maybe the best quarterback ever in Rodgers. They had LaFleur, offensive head coach, calling plays. They had the Broncos dude, Nathaniel Hackett. And then they had Getsy. Getsy was the fourth man on the totem pole. What do you do as a quarterback coach when you have Aaron Rodgers, LaFleur, and Hackett? You don't do nothing. You're a water boy. You make videotapes. He never called a play, even at Mississippi State when he was a quote unquote offensive coordinator. He didn't even call the plays at Mississippi State, and they had a bad offense then. So why did Eberflus want him? He said, "Well, I want Fields in a Shanahan offense." Shanahan offense isn't meant for every quarterback. Just like Russell Wilson was struggling in the Shanahan offense with Hackett, Fields and Russell Wilson are not meant for that offense. You get an offensive coordinator, rather you get an offensive head coach that builds a scheme around the player's strengths. Byron Leftwich says, when I coach, I see what my players do well, and I coach to that. I don't make them fit into a scheme. When they got Tom Brady, they tried to make him throw down the field a lot. Brady wasn't comfortable, so they adjusted. A lot more quick passes, check downs, screens for Brady. And then he could take a deep shot every once in a while. They adjusted. When you're inexperienced, you can't adjust. I'd rather have damn prime time calling plays for Fields too. Because prime time would play to Fields' strengths. Did you see Brian Daboll today? They called 30 bootlegs for Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones didn't look good today. But guess what? His coach said, you know what? The one thing you can do, you got legs, son. I'm going to let you run it. They let him run it. Got 2 easy walk-in touchdowns. Everything, he got dump-off passes. Easy plays. And Eberflus couldn't stop it. But see, Daboll, he coached to his strengths, though. He didn't just make him fit into a scheme. Bro, I'm so worried. I don't care how many games we win, bro. I don't even trust Ryan Poles to rebuild the team. Do you trust? I mean, I hope it's one and done. I hope it's one and done, bro. That's the best case scenario. Best case scenario for Bears fans right now. The whole staff is one and done. Ryan Poles is gone. We could get Rick Smith in here for GM. I trust him to rebuild the team because he drafted J.J. Watt Hopkins, Deshaun Watson. He signed Tyrann Mathieu, Kareem Jackson. He has so merciless. Drafted Brown. Think he was there when we got Arian Foster and Schaub and Andre Johnson. He can do it. I don't trust Ryan Poles. He hadn't shown nothing. Look who you picked the head coach. Rick Smith picked Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien was a good offensive coach. He was a bad GM though. That was Bill O'Brien's problem. He had ego problems. Yeah, Eberflus, like pose. What we need, bro, we need Rick Smith for president of football operations. What Ted Phillips was, so he has control over everything. Let him dictate what we do. Pose can kind of scout and stuff. Let Pose scout. Okay, he could scout. Fire Eberflus, fire Getsy, Allen Williams. I mean, he wasn't that good today, but I could see maybe keeping him because of scheme. We changed our whole scheme, so maybe keep him. But bro, let's go get Rick Smith for president of football operations or GM. Let's go get Byron Leftwich for Justin Fields, so he has a damn chance. He could Leftwich schemes people open. Getsy has not done that at all. Everything is difficult in the pass game. Getsy should go be your run game coordinator since he calls good runs. And even then, his run game sucks and is hit or miss. Let's go get Byron Leftwich. Let's go get Rick Smith. Let's go and get we can go get the offensive coordinator out of Philly. Bro, if we get Rick Smith or Ozzie Newsome, dude, like the Bears would be set up for success. Cause they would build around Justin Fields, bro. I mean, that's what we need though. But bro, like at this point, we have to do something. Peyton Manning, I don't want Peyton Manning is in the booth. He's not serious. I don't want no rookies at this. Because the first thing that's gonna happen, Justin Fields is gonna get blamed and he gonna get the label of being a bust. Justin Fields is he was my quarterback one coming out. What is it? He was QB1 for me, bro. Justin Fields deserves better. So I'm not about to sit here and sugarcoat it. I didn't like the hire from the beginning. I wanted Trevor Lawrence to have Doug Peterson because to me, Doug Peterson had Carson Wentz, and to me, Trevor was similar to Carson Wentz, but I think Trevor was more coachable. He was probably a little more naturally accurate, though he had some accuracy problems that pop up from time to time. But I knew Doug would maybe to help him, and I know he was a humble kid. He can work. I wanted him for Trevor, and it's working for them. They're gonna be good. I wanted Byron Leftwich for Fields, bro. Look at the Dolphins. They went and got Mike McDaniel that calls a bunch of RPOs, screens, and slants and short stuff, easy reads, and he'll have a wide open deep bomb every once in a while. They had Tua throwing for 6 touchdowns. That's what happens when you give a guy a good coach that understands his strengths. Then you give him weapons. You get Tyreek Hill too, along with Waddle. If Tua Tagovailoa can do it, Justin Fields for damn sure can do it. Now, I don't think Tua is finna really be playing football any longer because that was crazy what happened to him. But that just shows a quarterback with marginal physical ability can go for 6 touchdowns, looking like almost an MVP. Bro, it's no doubt in my mind Justin Fields can do this. Tua may have to just retire, to be honest. Because honestly, the first push he got, I got a whole video coming about that situation. The first push Tua got, it was just a shove. He got concussed. That kind of tells me he's not really well built enough to play quarterback in the NFL because he got pushed down and he just it was so strong. I guess he couldn't control. Like he's not a strong man. And then the second one, we've seen guys get sacked like that a lot, and he just got knocked out bad. It wasn't vicious. It wasn't dirty. It just was Tua. You're weak, man, and not to be messed up to Tua, but Tua holds the ball long. He doesn't know how to protect himself. So most small quarterbacks, they get down. He didn't do it. Fields, that's not Fields' problems. Hey man, I like McDaniels. McDaniels at least coached to his guys' strengths though. But Hey, my man, Goro Majima. I appreciate you for being on the stream, my boy. I'm gonna be doing these more often. I got more videos coming. Did you like the live stream? I'm probably about to hop off in a little bit. You like this format? Talk to me. Hey man, I appreciate you, bro, for sure. For sure. I keep this going. We'll be talking more. I appreciate the love though. But man, you have a blessed day. Everybody have a blessed day. Hey man, free Justin Fields. Save Justin Fields. Let's go ahead and get him some better coaching because we see you can scheme open guys. You can get guys open. You can get guys easy reads. You can manufacture 250 passing yards in the modern NFL. It's unacceptable what the Bears are doing for Justin Fields. Fire Post, fire Eberflus, fire Getsy. Get them all out of here. We need new coaches. We need better staff. We need better GM. We need some better ownership up in here because it can't work, bro. But y'all be easy, man. Appreciate y'all again. If y'all let me know how y'all like this format, I'll be going live. I can get more videos out, more content out. Editing is annoying, but I can keep this up. We'll get it going, bro. So I appreciate y'all. Shalom. Salute.